Hello and welcome to Community Connection. I'm Iowa City Mayor Bruce Teague. Since March, we've been finding ways to adapt and overcome the obstacles that COVID pandemic has thrown at all of us. That includes a nearly decade-old fundraiser here in Iowa City, which was started in honor of a caring Iowa City worker. I was joined by Sarah Walls of the Metropolitan Planning Organization of Johnson County, as well as Audrey Wiedemeyer of the Iowa City Bike Library to discuss how the Linder Stevenson Charity Challenge was transformed into the Trails to Table Challenge. Please listen in. Well, I'm excited to see both of you here with me today, Sarah and Audrey. Welcome. And I want to just really start by learning a little history about the Linder Stevenson Charity Challenge, because this is kind of a big deal. And with COVID, things are a little different. So maybe we'll have you, Sarah, tell us about the Linder Stevenson Charity Challenge.
Sure. So the Severson Challenge was something, it was a sort of a fun fundraising event that happened between the different communities that are part of the MPO. So Coralville, North Liberty, Tiffin, University Heights, Iowa City, and the university. And this staff would raise money for a charity during that month. And we would sort of compete who could do the best. And this was in honor of Linda Severson, who was our longtime human services coordinator. And when she passed away 10 years ago, we started this. It's gone on for 10 years, but then as you said, Bruce, with COVID, it's posed some challenges to staff with so many people working from home. And
I mean, Linda Severson, I knew her definitely, and this is a great tribute, even though there's a little change in how you all have done it. I still believe this is a great way to still honor the charity work that she's done for many years in our community.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so what we did was the MPO, and we're a small group, they're just 5 full-time staff here. We said to the communities, let us sort of take this on this year and just do it with a twist. And so we had noticed since the beginning of the pandemic, one of the things that we do is we help with transportation planning in the metro area. And one of the things people know us for is our involvement with trails funding. And so we had noticed a real uptick in trail usage, and our elected officials were all very excited about that. And we said, let's try to use that through these winter months. And so our 5-member staff, we're going to walk, jog, hike, bike, all 100 miles of paved trails. But we're really encouraging people to donate to the Trails to Table Challenge. And that money goes to the 3 area food pantries, our local food pantries, that we know there's a great need for. And at the same time, what we're trying to do is have a little fun and encourage people to stay out on those trails and to get out and try new trails, because we know that outdoors is the safe place to be. We know that people maybe aren't all going to the gyms, not all kids are going to school, not everybody's going to work, but we know outdoors is safe. And we know it's a place that can help people's mental health, because, a lot of people have really felt socially isolated during this time. And outdoors, masked up, social distancing, it's really easy to be with people. And the trails offer this really unique opportunity. So we really wanted to promote that.
So the Trails to Table Challenge, how can someone really learn about how they can be involved with that? Is there a website that they go to? I think you're talking about some things that is really prevalent, especially during the time of the pandemic, when we're talking about mental health.
Yeah.
And in ways to keep people mentally healthy as well as physically healthy. Mm-hmm. But how can someone learn more about this and become a part of the challenge?
Right. So we have a Facebook page, the Metropolitan Planning Organization of Johnson County. You can look for us on Facebook, and the Trails to Table Challenge. Those are both on Facebook. We are also on Instagram. And then if social media isn't something that you participate in, if you go to our website, mpojc.org, and scroll to the very bottom on the left-hand side in our quick links, you'll see Trails to Table. And there we will be posting all of the maps. You can see one of them behind me that we're doing, but on the social media, we're posting not just the maps, but video and photos. and we're picking out different segments of trails, whole trail sections. We're trying to mix it up with shorter routes and longer routes. Bicycling takes you a little further. Walking, maybe people aren't going so far. So we're trying to mix it all up. And even if you're not walking or biking or running, there are just some great places, some benches and places to sit just to get outside in the fresh air. So we're trying to feature all of those things, but you'll find the maps on our website.
Nice. Are there ways people could actually donate as well?
Yes. So those links we provide on the social media and on our website. But if you want to go to the Community Foundation of Johnson County, they have helped us a great deal and have set up a donation link there. That's the easiest way to find them. Just go to their site and look for Trails to Table, and all the money that's donated, all of it, it goes to our food banks and to all 3 food banks: North Liberty, Coralville, and Iowa City. And we know that people are really generous before the Christmas holiday, but our challenge is going to go all the way through January, because we know this is going to continue for some time.
Great. Well, and Audrey, you're all bundled up. You're outside, I'm so happy that you're actually outside, because as we're talking about outdoors, the Bike Library is offering some programs to keep people active, and maybe you can tell us about those.
Yeah, there's 2 in particular that we're offering right now. The first one that we launched in early December is called Stay Cozy Winter Biking. And it is for people who haven't ridden their bike in their winter before. And so it's a way to get some folks who might want to have a little extra motivation and just encouragement and support to get outside this winter. And then the second thing that we're doing is called Pedal Crankers. It is kind of like a relay thing where you run a certain amount of miles and raise money for an organization. Well, we are biking 200 miles for every $1,000 that we are getting raising for the Bike Library. So we have one initiative that's focused on getting new folks out, and the other is more or less like volunteers, fans of the Bike Library, who are already maybe out biking or want a little bit, more motivation or a community to bike with, and while also supporting the Bike Library.
Well, so far this winter, we've had great luck until recent, where the snow and some ice will be forthcoming. But I think for those individuals that have never been out biking in the winter, I've done it before. It's just not a thing I've often do every winter, but sound like a great fun challenge for all of us to get out and do something on our bikes this winter. And so both of these programs that you just mentioned, are they on your website?
Yep, they're both on our website. If you just go to bikelibrary.org, then the first couple tabs are Stay Cozy and then also Pedal Crankers.
All right. So Audrey, what is your favorite outdoor spot in our community?
Well, I am actually at the end of my favorite kind of 2-hour loop. I live on the east side of Iowa City, and I thought Sarah Walls would probably pick Sycamore Greenway as her favorite, so I picked my second favorite, the Woodpecker Trails. I bike from Iowa City to Coralville and hop on the Woodpecker single track trails, and then now we have a flow trail out at the end of Coralville where Creekside Park is at. And yeah, that's my favorite 2-hour loop, is to hop on my mountain bike, brave the rugged urban pavement, which is just as technical sometimes as the mountain bike trails, and get off road a little bit.
Awesome. Awesome. What about for you, Sarah?
Yeah, Audrey is right. I do love the Sycamore Greenway Trail very much. Although yesterday in the snow, I rode around City Park and then all the way down and around Terry Trueblood. And in the snow, it was really, I was one of the few, I wasn't the only person out there, but I was one of the few people on a bike. And it was just really pretty to ride around Sand Lake and in the hush of the snow. And so that would be one of my other favorites as well in Iowa City.
Yes, both of those places are beautiful to be at, the City Park as well as Terry Trueblood. Terry Trueblood is beautiful out there.
Yeah.
Lots of neat places to go in Iowa City, and you all have shared some of those with us. And I want to thank both of you for sharing some opportunities for people to be active outdoors in our community during this time of the year where activities are few and far between, right? And especially with COVID, they're even less. So these are great opportunities for people in our community. So thanks to both of you for being a part of today. Wanted to offer any last words, or by either of you, we can start with you, Sarah.
Really, again, just check into what we're doing. We're also asking people to share on their social media their favorite trails and their favorite trail spaces. And I would say we have some overlap between what Audrey's doing and what we're doing. And so we're going to be, Audrey, I know, has shared some really helpful tips on how to stay warm out there while you're riding. And we're doing the same thing on our and we are doing some Zooms and things and some posts about, not everybody is from a northern climate and knows how to stay warm or maybe hasn't been outside as much before. So we'll be offering some tips on that. But really, if it's pretty easy to stay warm, and if you can figure out a few little things, you can really make the most of the season.
And Audrey?
I guess I just wanted to share some sentiments from some of the Stay Cozy participant riders. One thing that they have loved learning about Iowa City is how clean the trails are in the winter. And it's just been a great opportunity for them to get out with their friends or their family. And then if you need to just talk to someone about how you can try to stay warm or how to outfit your bike or your body for winter riding this year, you can make an appointment at the bike library, and we're happy to talk to you personally about that. Outside right now, we're not letting the public into the shop, but we can talk to you outside, and if we have what you need, we'll get it for you, and if we don't, then we'll suggest where you can get it locally to make sure you stay nice and cozy on your bike this year.
Great. Well, thanks again, and enjoy this wonderful holiday season, and we'll see you both around. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Bruce.
Thanks, Mayor Teague.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Sarah.
Hope you enjoyed that conversation, and it encourages you to partake in the challenge. If you have an idea for Community Connection, I would love to hear your suggestions. Visit icgov.org/communityconnection to fill out a topic request form. We'll be back soon with another episode of Community Connection. Until then, mask up, stay safe. We are all in this together. Happy New Year.